once again, fellow boxing fans and boxing family, and welcome back to another prediction video. I have an interesting fight for you, but before I get into it, please like, share, hit the bell notification, and as I always say, if you're watching, you might as well subscribe. So without further ado, the fight I have for you in this video is coming from my guy Brandon Lamb. I thank you for your request and for participating in the channel. Now, the fight that he brought to me is an interesting one at middleweight, between two great middleweights. And those middleweights are Marvelous Marvin Hagler and Marcel Cerdan. I certainly hope I'm saying his name correctly. If I'm not, forgive me. I'm trying. But I'm sure you know who he is. Two great middleweights. They're both very tough, very rugged. They both have explosive, devastating power. Of course, Marvin Hagler being a southpaw switch hitter and Cerdan being a conventional fighter. But let's talk about Cerdan for a second. That guy was truly ahead of his time. The combinations he threw and everything he threw with power. His punches were nice and tight, and he was a very accurate puncher, very dangerous fighter. And for some reason, he always knocked his opponents out while they were still standing on their feet. I mean, that is some crazy power right there. He applied tremendous pressure, and he was a tough fighter. His most notable fight was against Jake LaMotta, which he got caught in, but nevertheless. And of course, Marvelous Marvin Hagler needs no introduction. He's the most known of the two and the most accomplished fighter, in my opinion. But styles makes fights. So, how would this fight go down? And I'm kind of struggling with this because I rarely bet against Marvin Hagler unless he's matched up against someone like Bernard Hopkins, but someone who's going to go blow for blow with Hagler, someone that's going to stand in front of him, and someone that's going to trade with him. I normally pick Hagler in those types of situations, but it's just something about Cerdan that has me a little worried. Because as great as Marvelous Marvin Hagler's chin is, would his chin hold up against those type of blows? And vice versa, could Cerdan take Marvin Hagler's punch? They're equal in terms of toughness, in terms of will, and in terms of heart. I truly feel that Marvin Hagler has the better boxing skills. I normally give the edge to the fighter with the best jab. Marvin Hagler definitely has that jab. But with that being said, Marvin Hagler liked to get in there, brawl. He would slug it out in a heartbeat. He would like to get close, go to the body, and just wear his opponents down. And of course, he has an advantage with the switch hitting. But would that be the wisest strategy against a power puncher like Marcel Cerdan? Would that be wise? And so I feel that Marvin Hagler would do best to box more, to use his superior skills and his athleticism. I feel that Marvin Hagler is slightly better. He really is. But Marcel Cerdan is so tough. And when he hits you, he hurts you. So that was, my goodness. He had devastating power. But what I will say may separate the two is the defense. And of course, Marvin Hagler had better defense. At least I think he had better defense. So, as much as I'm struggling with this, and if I just have to give someone the nod, I have to go with Marvelous Marvin Hagler by decision. or possibly a late knockout. Those are my thoughts. Please let me know what you think. There's another video coming your way.